All right, let's get to work, guys. Guys, namaste. God bless. How are all of you? Happy Thursday, meatballs. Listen. Guess what I just did? I fixed my tripod. Yeah, I did. I fixed it. What the hell am I yelling about? I just, instead of using duct tape, like I said in the last segment, I just got some Gorilla Glue. That's basically Crazy Glue, just rebranded. But yeah, she's all fixed. Happy National Day of Encouragement. A lot of you guys aren't feeling that kind of shit right now, huh? You know, I can see it in a lot of faces out there. Not in a bad way, and don't get me wrong. It's a great day to understand. This is perfect. But first, a little FYI. This is the last show from this humble little loft. Beyond this part of the set that you see is going to be in boxes starting probably tomorrow, man. We're taking the studio as is and moving that shit in like a week or so. But yeah, like 600 episodes in this loft. This is where it all started. Much love to you guys for the support. I mean, I can't even count the views. I'm blessed by it. But yeah, within like the first week of October, I'll be back on the air. I'll still be jacking out the reels, man. I can do that in my underwear. But you guys will still be seeing that every day, which gives me so much joy. And my daughter wakes up, and I got my buds in, and I'm making the reels. That's just who I am. I'm nuts. What can I tell you? But out of the quote box today is a paradox. And I say this because I lived on both sides of the spectrum. And one of my daughters is going through this now. And hopefully the little lesson that I gave her will help her and you guys understand what I'm talking about. But out of the quote box was several days ago. I saw this on Facebook. And not to belittle anybody, which I never do. And I take these quotes because they're made for inspiration, but they can be used in the wrong way. And I can say that because, yes, indeed, I'll repeat, I live both sides of the coin. And if this works for you, more power to you. God bless. But if it doesn't, and you'll know the reason why. So I'm going to explain. The quote box tonight. To be successful, follow the plan, not the mood. What's the paradox in this? The paradox is backwards. I mean, we were taught as little lads to... You make a plan, you set a goal, no matter what, you friggin' do it every day. No matter how it feels to you, no matter how you feel, you keep following through. And that was me for the first 40 years of my life. And I say that respectfully. I was following the plan, not listening to my heart, not following how it felt, not doing anything, sending out tens of thousands of emails and submissions and this... with nothing shit. Nothing ever got returned. And it finally dawned on me when I switched my paradigm to the mood, which sets the plan. Think about that for yourself. That's the paradox. And it's something for you guys to really consider, because if everything is energy, and that's all there is, and I'm not sure if Tesla said it or Einstein said it, basically our mood is our guidepost. In other words, whatever you're going at. How many of you have had that feeling not to be around somebody, or not to be with somebody, or not to turn here? Your mood, your conscious state of mind, a prevailing attitude. You know, we've had these situations in life where something has told us not to do. And do we listen? No, we just follow the plan, set the goal, no matter friggin' what. Do what you gotta do. And maybe it works for some people, don't get me wrong. I mean, but like I said, I've lived both sides. And to me, it was only when I followed how I felt about what I was doing that everything started to fall into place. Does that make sense? The next word is habitual. That's not in the quote. This is real important. You go from mood, the conscious state, the noun, the creation, because, you know, energy and emotion is energy and emotion. How you feel is the next creation. Think about that. Remember that. Install that in your subconscious mind. Every thought is like you're putting a seed in the friggin' ground. But life is ground. The reality is your next part of life. And whatever you keep thinking about with your habitual, regularly or repeatedly doing acting in the same manner is going to manifest that. So if your thoughts, like I've said on America's Mentor a million times, if your thoughts are in the gutter, you are going to manifest gutter situations. If your thoughts are on a higher vibration, love, peace, abundance, yourself, reflection on who you are as a person, in all good fashion, you're going to manifest those. This is what I'm talking about. It's when you change, you have that epiphany to realize what you're thinking about, because that's what you're creating. And then you use this paradox and flip it around and say, wait, I'm going to follow my mood towards my plan. Because if it doesn't feel right, it's not going to go right. And to me, everything in my life literally changed in a heartbeat when I changed my paradigm of thinking. The quote I jacked in my reel today was, the first and greatest victory is to conquer self. And Plato wrote that. I can't imagine what he was going through back then, but indeed it is so true. When I was going through my early years of my motel living, I should be in like a travel guide. When I was going through my early years of my motel living, and I had lost everything again, I literally put out what I thought was actually quite creative. It was a GoFundMe that I needed money. All right, yeah, okay, fine. But I wanted to work for it because work was so scarce back then. And I put out this GoFundMe. I'll do whatever you want. I'll take out I didn't give a shit. I'll rake leaves, pick up, walk your dog, pet your cat, whatever it meant to do. I put this out there. And one lady responded. She goes, you don't need money. You need information. Because she read my story, the tears and blah, blah, blah. But the point being is, she was absolutely right. I needed information about myself. I was in that constant mood of lack and poverty, which kept creating the next mood of lack and poverty in my life. There's all this kind of spin, not necessarily a spin, but hopefully an epiphany in your mind makes sense. And I hope it made sense into my daughter's mind, one of my daughters who I saw recently. I can attest, all of you guys, if your kid calls saying that they need something, you're going to be there, in a heartbeat. And my kids, it's my girls and my goals. That's basically my life. That's what I live and dream for every day and work on every day. One of my kids called me and explained her situation, and she couldn't get to the doctor because she didn't have the co-payment to get in there. And she needed to get in there. It was a woman issue. I said, yeah. I said, you come to the store, I'll give you my card. Go to the bank, jack out a few hundred, help yourself, and take care of yourself. I haven't seen her in about 2 or 3 months. I've been busy with the store and everything else. And when she finally comes walking in, the employee's like, Jerry, your daughter's here. And I walk out there, and she's got this big cast on her leg, like those flexible casts. Apparently, she got hurt. I'm not sure how. I wasn't sure if it was work-related or whatever it might be. And she had the woman issue she had to go take care of. And she just didn't look right. And I was looking at myself. I said, wait a minute. What's going on here? I said, listen, take my card. Go to the bank. It's right up the street. Jack out, a couple hundred. Take care of yourself. The copay. Get the medicine you need. And bring me back the receipt. And she looked at me, kind of got pale, that daddy thing. You got to throw that shit in her face. She gets back about 10 minutes later. She goes, thanks, Dad. You're awesome. And she hands me the receipt and my card. I take my card. I give her the receipt. I said, look at the balance on there. And she looked at me kind of perplexed, like I was with that lady saying, you need information. I was showing her where I am now. I said, remember where I was 10 years ago? She goes, yeah, doing the same thing I'm doing right now. I said, indeed. I said, what changed that? She goes, she points to her head. And I said, oh, that's what I'm talking about, many people. She's getting the question. But I said, look, you keep the receipt. I said, you look at that every day. And you say it's going to be the next phase in your life. You're going to be alleviated of all this just by thinking a different way. Just by believing in a different way. It sounds so trivial to the unbelievers out there. I get it. Because I was the one following the plan, not the mood, and got shit-ass nowhere in life, literally. I mean, imagine sending out tens of thousands of emails about what you're trying to do, who you are, and not even a response. This is what I went through, and I love sharing stories like this because It was such an eye-opener for me when a simple little message in my GoFundMe account 15 years ago said, Jerry, you don't need money, you need a book. And that started the whole process of this revelation of self, exactly what Plato was saying. The first and greatest victory is to conquer self. I was creating, the mirror I was looking at every day wasn't reality. It was inside that was creating the outside world. When you guys realize this, you'll realize where you're going in life. And Esther Hicks said it beautifully. I mean, I talk about this a lot on America's Mentor. Esther Hicks is a renowned metaphysician. Literally, this lady is amazing. If you can follow her on YouTube, I mean, taught me so much. And she stated these words, you're not stuck. I should have told this to one of my kids when I saw it the other day. You're not stuck. You're just creating the same thing over and over and over again. Basically, you're in the same mindset. That's called the hamster wheel of thought. That's habitual thinking. If you do the habitual thinking that you do, if you do it long enough, it becomes anchored. It becomes your conscious state of mind. That's why people never really recover from traumatic injuries or traumatic events, because they keep reoccurring that into their mindset. Now it's become anchored. It's like cement. And it's very hard to get past. And I dealt with that on a financial level. I was like, I could never get out. Indeed, I was right. I was telling myself exactly what I kept remanifesting every single day. Looking out that motel window, that little 8x8 dirty ass window, saying, how did I get here? Until I went in the bathroom and looked in the mirror. It's something for you guys to realize on this National Day of Encouragement, that there's always a way. But for you to create a better life, you have to create a better self. You have to look in the mirror every day. You have to realize how special. You know what? Honestly, we're all fucking special. Every single one of us. And when you get to that point in your life and you realize how special you are and what you're trying to do and what you're trying to create in life, that's when life gets more fun. That's when you start experiencing the changes and the revelations and the epiphanies to bring you to the next level. It's a metaphysical quantum set of living, of creating from the inside out. Not going by what they were saying to follow the plan, not the mood. That's from the outside in. And I can tell you right now from experience, living from both sides of the coin, that it's only when I live from the inside out that I created a better outside world. So guys, thank you so much. I will see you in a couple of weeks from the new studio. I'm excited. Alexa is like, there's a package here, there's a package here, there's a package here. She won't shut the hell up, man. That which is great because it's all lighting and stuff. But I can't wait. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I can't wait to bring you the next phase of America's Mentor with shorts and more reels and shows like this and a soundproof facility. So I don't have to worry about waking anybody up. I can shout any time of the day, which I'm so excited about, guys. So America's Mentor _radio on Instagram, at America's Mentor on X, guys. Please follow me, Jerry Maldonado 2, for unique information to help you to your destination. Remember these words. The first and greatest victory is to conquer self. Think about that. If shit keeps hitting the fan, remember who's throwing it. Guys, have an awesome night, guys. I'll see you guys real soon, man.